Okay, this is our introductory video to Streamline, also known as Resort Pro. We kind of use that name interchangeably. Resort Pro is our reservation management system. It is kind of the central database for where we store all of our calendars and our reservations for who's coming when, and it's kind of the main tool that we use day in and day out. So it was originally called Resort Pro, and then they changed their name to Streamline. So it kind of, that term gets used interchangeably. So we're going to go over some of it. So to get to Streamline, or to get into the system, you go to a certain web URL, which will be provided to you by whoever sets you up with Streamline. And then you will log in. Now, there are a few different areas that you can log into. You are obviously logging into the admin area, but it also provides, there's an owner area, so owners can log in, wholesale area, housekeepers can log in, and depending on how you log in, gives you different access to the system itself. So let's go ahead and log in. And then we'll start to take a look here at kind of the layout of the Streamline system. So you come here to this main screen, and what there are a bunch of tools here at the top, different areas within the system. So reservations, housekeeping, accounting, reports, maintenance, guest management, owner tools, toolbox, configuration. Down the left-hand side, there are these little quick links that take you to certain things. I use these a lot, so we'll probably end up using these quick links more than anything else. So first of all, I want to show you the tape chart. This is probably the main tool that we use. It is right here. It says TC, and it's a little calendar. And if you click on that, it's going to pull up a list of every single property that you have. And here's all of our properties. And then it shows here all the different reservations and blocks that are on the calendar on the right. So this is for the month of November. It's the month of December. And it shows, this person arrives, the Myers party, Cindy Myers is her name, arrives on the 21st, and she departs actually on the 27th, the morning of the 27th. This person checks in the night of the 27th and then stays through until the morning of the 2nd. Now the 2nd, you'll notice, is not blocked because this is a nightly calendar. It shows the nights that a person is booked. Because this person checks out the morning of the 2nd, they have not reserved that night. So that is something to keep in mind. Everything is done on a nightly basis. Okay, so that's the tape chart. It shows the list of all your properties. Then if you want to get more information about a particular property, you just scroll over it and you click on it. And that pulls up what is called the property folio. Okay, the property folio is basically where we store all of the information about that property. You can see here the beds, the max guests, the name of the unit. There's a lot of different information here. There's a whole training about what goes into the property folio and what all of these different tabs mean. Everything from pictures to descriptions. There's a lot of information that we put in here about properties. And like I said, there'll be another training that'll go into detail about the property folio itself. But if you want to access a property folio, you just find the property in the tape chart and you click on it. Another thing is called the reservation folio. So here's a reservation. If I want to see more details about that reservation, I simply click on it and it pulls up the reservation folio. So right here, again, all the information about the reservation, who the guest is, the nights that they booked, how much they paid. Again, there's a whole other training all about reservation folios and what those are. You can watch that and they'll give you more details. But it's important to know what a reservation folio is and what a property folio is. It's basically all the details about the property or everything about the guest or the reservation. Another tool that's very, very important that we use a lot is the search bar. Sorry, not the search bar, but the find a reservation or the search area. In here, we have a list of all of our reservations that are made, or any quotes that have been sent, or anytime there is a reservation folio somewhere in the system, this is like a list of all the reservation folios. Some of those reservation folios are actually booked reservation, meaning they're on the calendar. Others of them, like these ones you can see here, are actually quotes that have been sent. So this one is a guy named Yad Dami. Here's his information. The reservation number is 96291. This was a quote. This is not actually someone who's on the calendar yet. It's just a quote that we sent to this guy. Here, these are the dates that he wants to arrive. These are the dates he's going to leave, and that's the property. Now, if you want to access for this reservation, the reservation folio, you just click on the guy's name, and it pulls up the folio. If you want to see the property folio for this reservation, the property associated with it, you just click on this, and it pulls up the property folio. So that, again, this is where you can search, and you can search for, let's say you wanted to see somebody named John. You want to look up John's reservation. You can just put in his name, and it'll pull up every reservation with the name John in here. Obviously, there's a lot. But let's say it was a guy named John who booked the Seaside Manor. Then you'd put in Seaside. You just put in one word. That's all you need to do. And now it'll look for any reservation with the name John staying in that house. You hit find, and again, it'll filter it even further. Now you can filter it even further by doing a reservation type. I'm sorry, actually you can't do it by 2 filters. I was wrong about that. But let's just do this. Let's see if it's the Seaside Haven or any property with the name Seaside in it, but we want to see only the people that are booked, not the quotes or whatever. I could go here to reservation status, put in booked. So now I'm looking for the booked reservations for any property with the name Seaside in it. Hit find, and here they are. If I want to see everyone who is already checked out, so old guests that have already left and gone home, for this property, I would hit find. And again, it pulls up all the list of all of the people that were there. You also can sort these. So if I want to sort it by arrival date, I just click on arrive, and then it will sort it by the arrival date from oldest to newest. Okay, so this is again, it's a pretty comprehensive search tool, so you can search through all the reservations, all the reservation folios in the system. Okay, I believe that's pretty much it for kind of the general information. Like I said, you log in. There are various tools across the top. We didn't really go into much detail on hardly any of them except for some of the main ones that we use. Those are the tape chart, which shows all the reservations and the properties and their calendars in a side-by-side comparison right here. Then there is the property folios, which you can access by clicking on a property. There is the reservation folios, which you can access by clicking on a reservation. And then there is our handy-dandy Find a Reservation tool, which allows you to search through all of the different reservation folios by name, by reservation number. Reservation number usually is the best way to search for a reservation because there's only one reservation associated with a reservation number. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. That's the introduction to Resort Pro. Go ahead and tinker around with some of these things, get familiar with them. You're going to be using them a lot.